Russia threatens to blow up dams in Kyiv and Kaniv in Ukraine. Russia continues its attempts to undermine stability in Ukraine's society through its disinformation operation, trying to threaten Ukrainians with the possibility of new attacks. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova claimed that Ukraine was preparing to destroy the dams of the Kyiv hydroelectric power plant and the Kaniv water storage to blame Russia. These statements are aimed at causing panic among Ukrainians by the Kremlin. Meanwhile, narratives about the need for peace by any means necessary, i.e., de facto surrender, are being thrown into Ukrainian society. The Russians are hoping that Ukrainians will be driven by fear and demand concessions to Russia, the Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation emphasizes. Despite the fact that Zakharova's statement looks like an attempt to provide Russia with an alibi before the attack, Russia does not have the means and opportunities to destroy the dams near Kiev and Kaniv. It is impossible to destroy these facilities with missile strikes, and the option of sabotage is ruled out as the dams are heavily guarded, Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation says. These dams cannot be destroyed from the outside, said Viktor Yagun, a retired Major General of the Security Service of Ukraine and Director of the Security Sector Reform Agency, on the air of the Kiev 24 channel. In his opinion, the Russian Federation does not have enough power to destroy the Kyiv and Kharkiv hydroelectric power plants from the outside to do this. It would be necessary to purposefully hit one point with 20 missiles. The situation is very simple. The Kharkiv Dam, the Kaniv Dam, the Kyiv Dam, and the Dnieper hydroelectric power station, by the way, cannot be destroyed from the outside. They can only be destroyed from the inside, as the Russian Federation did by controlling the Kharkiv Dam, the expert emphasized. Recall, Russia does not recognize its involvement in the blowing up of the Kharkiv hydroelectric power plant in June 2023. Back then, the Russian forces blew up the Kharkiv power plant, destroying the turbine hall and the dam. The destruction of the Kharkiv power plant caused an environmental disaster.
Remnants of Hurricane Beryl dumped heavy rain on Vermont on Wednesday and Thursday and caused more floods, even as some people still await assistance after catastrophic floods that hit a year ago to the day. Remnants of Hurricane Beryl caused serious damage and heavy flooding which left 2 people dead in Vermont, officials said. A second person has died in Vermont in the flooding. John Rice, 73, died when he drove his vehicle through a flooded street in Lyndonville, Police Chief Jack Harris said. The floodwaters current swept the vehicle off the road and into a hayfield that was submerged under 3.05 meters of water. Vermont State Police reported that 33-year-old Dylan Kempton died when a culvert breached and swept away the utility task vehicle as he was on his way home in the town of Peacham. Both men died when their vehicles became submerged in floodwaters, Vermont authorities said. According to Associated Press, the remnants of Beryl dumped heavy rain on Vermont, washing away much of an apartment building, knocking out bridges and cutting off towns, and re-traumatizing a state still recovering from catastrophic floods that hit a year ago to the day. More than 100 people were rescued by swift water teams during the worst of the rainfall, which started Wednesday and continued into Thursday, officials said. In Plainfield, residents of a 6-unit apartment building had mere minutes to evacuate before water destroyed it, the town's emergency management director said. "It's just mud everywhere," said Art Edelstein, who assessed the destruction at a home he has owned for 50 years in Plainfield. "This is, in my impression, catastrophic. I've just never seen anything like this."